Revelio. Revelio.
This looks intriguing.
Hogsfield, one of my two favorite Hogsfields.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on...
There's one more thing. Professor...
Is that the magic you used to fight...
I think so. I know that's a lot to...
It is. And I will have more. For now, it is... I realized something that... You displayed such courage. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy...
Good.
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's data. Taking him down would
That may be true.
I spoke with her. I overheard some of Rookwood. I was thinking that we...
All right. But...
I am going to watch and listen. In the meantime, remember...
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon! How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research.
Allow me to put you at peril.
What's happening?
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Hang on!
We can hold them off!
I'm not going anywhere.
Take this! You can drop a my dead body! On a lot!
Peril.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
Best get
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service.
Merlin?
The very same.
Fixtures.
I believe he created them as a diversion for his...
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. I suspect that Mallowsweet is
Mallows.
versatile herb. I had just arrived. You see, each swirl.
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center.
Precisely. Would you care to do? I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Revelio. Incendio.
This trunk.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens.
Revelio.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I
Incendio.
Mullen's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Mullen's beard! How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more. How does it work?
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think you should feel free to solve them as you... My guess is that each will also require mallows, which you can find in Hogsmeade, should you need more. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Gittik. Uçacağız yani.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Burada bir iz var. Ne bileyim metro olur. Tren bir şey olur ya. Uçak olur. Sadece koşuyoruz.
Did you get your bit of rope?
Neredeyiz? Koşuyoruz sonra. Bakayım burada bir şey var
Revelio.
mı?
She going on this onion again?
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here, you'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils
Yani
and
çığlık atacaklar. Filmde de vardı.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo!
Later, repara.
I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Kalite
Now for our
şeyler değil.
next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting table.
Revelio.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Ya gittiler.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say, nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to... You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses out the cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Here, dear, and let them have them.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of the... Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor. Here we are, home of the Chinese. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
İkinci yoksa eksik.
Preparo. Accio. Incendio.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like... Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a dogweed, and Deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents would... You get the idea. And... Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always...
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? And good, as you do...
Magical plants have so much...
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounty. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
Revelio.
Imperial. Never know. Ama çok güzel değil mi ya? Adam bana güzel yapmış ya. Şamdanları nasıl temizliyorlar canım. El kol yapma, ağzı yüzü. Dağıtırım onu seni.
Maybe Ulrich or someone from the ministry guarding the school.
Aha.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Allah Allah.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Bol bol yapıştır. Lan büyücü de olduk be. Yandan şarkı geliyor.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require... Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it...
Hadi bakalım görelim koçum seni.
Revelio. My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Listen, anyone with a troll sign. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that.
I suspect that's where I come in.
I simply need a single Fwooper feather.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Revelio.
A well-prepared...
Revelio.
Remember, precision is key when brewing potions.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurance potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Vay be, hiç sıcı olduk arkadaş. İşsizci geldi abi.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Get it! Again.
Oh! No! Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot coming from a fellow Ravenclaw. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so... A fascinating language. Merlin's beard, good conversation is... Speaking of stars, we'll be in a strike.
Revelio. I brewed an Endurance potion as you want.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather...
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I confess I was skeptical.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember, in addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, pay particular... Now, I recommend that... That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Revelio.
5 dakika dolmuştur. Bitkilerin yanına gitmem lazım. Yerdeki bitkiler. Şöyle. Seraya gitmem lazım hocam.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor Fig tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
Tamam, güzel oldu. Unutmam o kadar. Tüh. Koyalım. Gene koşmaya başladık, uçamıyoruz da. Allah güzelmiş ya. Satarız bunları. Aha. Arada kaçırıyorum. Çok iyi ya. Teyzeye bak.
Revelio.
Açtım ya.
Revelio.
Koş koş koş. Oo. Ne güzel oyun oynuyorlar. Uçuyorlar. Biz de uçuyoruz umarım. Evet. Bunlar güzel işte. Bir şey alalım. Selam gençler. İdeal cigaranız var mı? Kıs kıs kıs. Çok koşacağız. Ben arkadan gidemiyorum oraya. Biraz ön atlayabilirim. Öyle. Ne yapıyoruz da? Şurada mantar gördüm. Mantar iyi.
These rocks have seen better days.
Sıçan mantarlar. Kıs kıs kıs kıs kıs kıs. Mantar. Şimdi burada Google haritalar gibi kısa yol göstermiyor.
Revelio.
Kısa yol bizim işimiz. Bunu sevmeden geçemem. O ilk kızı. Kız beni kesti.
Revelio.
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor he was vague as to details, but mentioned you. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little.
Of course, Mr. Ollivander. Sounds most up my street.
Wonderful. You see, my great-aunt suspected a student named Richard
Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent. We did find a series of statues. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Alacağım bir şey alalım. Şu çarpı çevirelim. Çarpı dönüyorlar. Yapma ya. Oo, çok uzak. Bayılacağım şimdi. Haritayı göster ya. Nereye gidiyor? Yusuf ormanı atlayabiliyorum. Atlayalım. 100 saat düşürsek. Altına düştüm. Salaklara gelin geldik ya. Zamandan çekiyorum. Düşünecek yer yok mu ya? Şansımız deneyelim şöyle. Ya biraz önce şeye çıkmıştım. Hı. Yoksa gibiyim amacım. Oradan kaçarız. Şimdi B'ye basalım.
The Daedalian keys are back.
Kapa çeneni sürttük. Bir dakika ya, biz yanlış şey yapıyoruz. Ya bizi niye orada götürüyor dostum ya? Bu çok iyi değil mi? Ya götür götür. Şey nasıl kaldıracağız? Çok iyi ya. Şekil, tarih, işlemler, çekil. Tam görevlerdeyiz hemen. Buradayız. Tamam. Şimdi onu... Hayır. Lütfen. Ya of. Oyun yine gitti ya. Abi niye gitti oyun? Niye? Lanet olsun ya. Şu an psikolojim bozuldu.